figure it out as we go.
Rolling, and whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, Chris Mers here with Dustin Miller. Excited to talk with Dustin today. He's with Luminent Company, owner and founder. He's done about 20 of these new construction projects over the years, and today we're going to be walking through this project that he's got on 66th and Duke.
Yeah.
Dustin,
right.
You want to tell us a little bit about this project?
Yeah, you bet. This project came to us about 2 years ago, and it was from another developer that was going under. So the hard money lender that lent that developer money was taking back all their projects, and essentially they were in second position. They had to buy out that first position loan, and then they brought all the projects back in. And it was a friend of mine. Some of you might know Jay Heinrichs, and he came to me and said, "Hey, I've got all these. Here's a list." There was like 9 of them, and so we kind of went through and decided, hey, this one will work. So this is on a 12,000 square foot lot. There was one just nasty, decrepit house that was right in the center of this lot, and it was just needed to be torn down. Like there was no saving this house at all, and it was on a huge lot here, corner lot. So anyways, we went through the process of doing lot line confirmations, and there were 3 lots of record here. So went through a step process to turn them one direction, and then had to confirm them again to switch them over another direction to get our 3 lots. But we ended up with 3 lots here.
So let's pause on that for a second. There was 3 lots. I was under the impression that this was all just one lot to begin with, and then you had it partitioned out into 3 separate lots, but that's not the case. You utilized the 3 lots and then were able to throw an ADU and a new construction house on it.
Well, there was 1 lot, but in Portland you have these dotted lines. If you look at Portland maps, you can see these dotted lines, and there's existing lots of record. So you look for these full lots of record on one larger lot, and then you can confirm those lots, and it's a really easy process. A lot different than doing a land division. So if you're trying to do a land division, you're looking at like 18 months, 12 to 18 months. A lot confirmation can take you maybe 2 or 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, the lot confirmation is what you're looking for. There's a few things to look on Portland maps. When you're looking at your description of your lot, you're looking for full lots. So it'll say lot 11 and lot 12, rather than a piece of the last 20 feet of lot 11 and the last 6 feet of lot 12. So if you have full lots of record on your one existing lot, you can confirm that lot. It's a really easy process. So there were 3 here, and we're able to confirm all those lots, and those are not the shapes that we want. So we were able to then start turning them around into the areas that we want. So that's what we did. Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. That makes sense.
It does. Yeah. It's really easy. It's something you can kind of look for as an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So we see those little dotted lines, full lots of record, you got a separate lot. Especially if that house, the existing house, is over on one side and you got that lot of record sitting on the other side. That's a lot confirmation, and you got yourself another lot. You could confirm that lot and sell that within 3-4 months.
Hell yeah.
So right.
So let's talk a little bit about the business plan here.
Yeah.
And what you have accomplished here so far on the lots.
Sure. So our model, we're all in. I know you saying we're all in this game to hold rentals, right?
Yep.
So if we're just building to sell, we just have a full-time job, and nobody wants a full-time job, right? But this project we're building to sell. So we do a lot of this in order to fund other rental investment properties. So this one here is just building 6 units, and then we're going to sell them all. And back when we started this project, the RIP 1, so the residential infill project, had just gone into effect. That was the first version of it, and you could only build 1 ADU. So that's all we were able to do. If we were developing this project now, going through our planning phase, we would put probably closer to 9 houses on this site. So
wow.
yeah,
Awesome.
So we're in it to just build these off and sell them. Is kind of the game plan. One other thing, we're in a position too, and it's part of our model, our exit strategy, to hold some of these as rentals if necessary. So we had to do that on another project where we started off selling these ADUs, 800 square foot for 500, and market conditions changed, and we started going all the way down to 430, and we said no, nope, that's our
big
line.
swing.
Yeah, so we're not. So we ended up holding those as rentals, and then we'll sell them when the market takes off again. So some of these, there's a possibility we can hold them, but the game plan is to sell them off.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Makes sense.
You bet.
So we've got 3 single-family homes and 3 ADUs on this.
Yeah, so each one of the lots we're able to do 1 single-family house and 1 ADU, and we kind of just maximized our square footage. So the houses are 1,800 square feet. They're 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and they have an office as well. And they're laid out fairly well. They live pretty large.
Awesome.
And then the ADUs, we're dealing with just 800 square feet. So we're able to get 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath in the ADUs, and that's pretty much all you can fit in 800 square feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, right.
So are you comfortable sharing some numbers with us? I think everybody likes
so my numbers.
Yeah. Everybody likes to hear the numbers, right? When coming from the investment perspective or investor's side, we always like to know, okay, well, like, shoot, Dustin, what are you into it for? You know, like, how much did you buy it for? What are you expecting to net on this? Like, hey,
it's not up to me, it's the market. The market conditions change.
But hey, we all have our pro formas.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, okay. We'll go there. Let's see. So the land we picked up for $325,000.
Okay.
So that's really good right now. I mean, you can in this area you're going to spend a lot more than that on lots. So,
especially for 12,000 square feet.
Right. It's pretty good. You're not going to get that now. And then I guess backing up too, I'm a general contractor. So Skyline Homes is our construction company, and we develop about half of our projects, and then we sub out the other half to other general contractors.
Got it.
So on this one, we subbed this project out to another general contractor, and he built it. So our construction cost is a little bit higher, but it's been a little easier. So we don't have to worry about things. So we get into construction cost. We are about $220 a square foot.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do my math here in the head and stuff. We'll do ballpark numbers.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Okay. So $325 purchase price. Construction cost is going to come in close to just under. I think the construction cost is $1.6 million. Okay. All right. You've got say $200,000 of development cost of, we're talking about engineering and surveys and plans and permits and all that stuff. Then on this site, since we're doing such a big site, the city wants curbs and sidewalks, and we have a lot. So we have 120 feet here, and then we have another 100 feet down that direction. So we have about $200,000 in site curbs and sidewalk improvements that we need to do, street improvements. So I think we're getting to the end of about 2.1 hard costs, okay? And then you have, you've got a lot of holding costs, and this one took a lot longer than expected. So you have a good chunk of holding costs. I would say we're probably $300,000 of holding costs on this one, and we're trying to exit around $3 million. So at the end of the game, this is probably gonna come in, I don't know, $500,000 if we're lucky, now that the market's like coming back.
Right.
So, but the market was down last year, and things were looking a little grim. So it was looking like, hey, we're going to do a lot of work here, and we might not make that much. But in these cottage, condo projects, they're all pretty healthy. So you have a lot of room for error. You have a lot of room for the market to shift, and you're still going to be okay. So we kind of had some rock bottom numbers that we felt like, hey, this is where if they sell for this, like, we're still okay, but it's not going to be good. Yeah. And we're well above that. So
nice.
Right. Yeah.
And so you had said, like, maybe we don't end up selling one of the ADUs if we don't get the price, right?
Sure.
So then, obviously, each time you don't do that, now you're coming down in your net, right?
Yeah.
And so would you just then burr out on those?
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they don't sell, you know, you're getting to a lower price on there. And we did that with another project. And you don't get any profit. So you just leave all your money in there. But it's not a bad game, like because you a couple things. Like one, you're not paying capital gains, right? You have the ability to 1031 into another project when you're done. So say you hold it for a couple years, then you can 1031 into a much larger project, and then you catch the appreciation on the backside. The problem is, you know, you leave all your cash into these deals, and they don't make for that great of rentals because they're expensive doors. So the single family houses, they're not going to make good rentals at all. They're not even close to like cash flowing. The ADUs, if you finance them low enough, obviously, you know, leave enough money into the deal, then they will cash flow.
Got it.
So barely, you know. Okay. So right.
That makes sense.
That's you know, you got to have multiple exit strategies, and that's one of them. It's not what we want to do, but you got to do something if they're not selling. So right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, should we go tour these things?
Yeah, you bet. Okay. Yeah, let's check it out.
So we're going to check out one of the single family homes and one of the ADUs.
Yeah.
And this is one of the single family homes, correct?
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome.
We have a fire alarm that seems to be very active in here. Okay. So I wanted to highlight another thing too. There are two different ways to divide these up right now, and one is through the middle housing land division, and you can do this expedited land division. That's not what we did here. These are all condos. So these are all condos. That's how we're able to divide them up and sell the houses as one unit, and then the ADUs as a separate unit.
Got it.
So the houses, this house is going to go for $650,000, and then the ADU hopefully will go for about 400. Okay. So if you were to try to sell this as like one lot, you really couldn't. Yep. Because it would have to sell for close to what, $1 million, and anybody that has $1 million to spend is not looking in Duke, like Southeast Duke. So we have to divide them off.
Then there's an HOA, and does the HOA maintain the exterior of the houses? I'm just thinking condos similar.
Yeah, that's it's a good question, and I think that's what we really want to do is like educate the agents on what these cottages are and the condos, because everybody's doing it, right? There's a big influx in these. So there is an HOA, and the HOA it only covers the insurance on the land, and then it covers the basically just enough to keep the HOA alive, which is keeping the business alive, keeping the payments to the county and your Oregon business license and insurance. That's all it covers. So there's no common elements here. So everything is built to be on its own. So there's no siding. You know, it's your roof, it's your siding, your windows, even your fence. So I'd put the fences on one side of the property line. That way, that's your fence. It's not his fence. So
smart.
There's absolutely nothing. We separate all the water lines, all the electrical. The only thing that's shared is the sanitary sewer line, which the people share those. So
that's really smart, and then you don't have to worry about the HOA costs going up, right? Which unlikely it would in something of this size, but a lot of times people don't understand that HOA costs can go up drastically from one year to the next because the reserve study hasn't been maintained.
Or special assessments and stuff like that. On this one, this is your house, your deal, and what we find is some of these like little cottage developments, they kind of just let the HOAs go, and don't even really do or keep their minutes up or recognize them. So but it is like, and it's real low, so I think it's like $40. Awesome. But great. You have to do that in order to split these things off. So
okay, so let's talk a little bit about this one here.
I like grand entries. I like double high. I like a lot of light. We're the Luminent company, so we like a lot of light coming in here. So I wanted something that had a big entry, open staircase, and so it feels good. Might be a little overbuilt for this neighborhood, but I know it's going to do fairly well. So then we have a fireplace here, and big open layout. That's what everybody wants nowadays, right? You want an open floor plan. You don't want the kitchen tucked in the back, so we create a big open floor plan here where we are dining room, living room, and a nice larger open kitchen. So we got a walk-in pantry. On this plan, we were actually able to get a fourth bedroom in here, and or say a office. So we're not calling it a bedroom. This is an office down here. So a lot of people are doing the live-in work situations. So we've got some space here.
Nice.
For some reason, we have a lot of exterior doors. there's 2 exterior doors on the side and the back, but you know, that's how we're doing it. So, anyways, I didn't notice that. Got a little powder bathroom here, and we can go and head upstairs.
Cool.
So yeah, let's see. We're gonna need to clean these.
Do you want us to take our shoes off?
These carpets are ruined, so they're either going to get replaced or they're going to get clean. So,
Okay.
yeah, the builder didn't put any protection on the carpets, and we had a muddy site here for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we have 3 bedrooms all on the top level, and this is another thing that I really like, just like taller spaces. I like light coming in, and so on this one we actually have like 10-foot ceilings up here, which are really uncommon for spec builds.
Totally.
Like you don't see that very often, and the reason why is because you have height limitations, right? You can't go up. A lot of people don't want to spend extra money too, but what we did is a really shallow roof line.
Yeah.
So we did a really kind of like a shallow, not a very aggressive pitch on the roof, and then that allowed us to bring these ceilings up to 10 feet. So
Awesome.
Feels huge up here.
Yeah, it does.
The bedrooms are not that big. You know, these are maybe like 10 by 10 spaces up here. But when you have the taller ceilings, it just feels a little bit more beefy and grand, and I like it. So
Yeah, I
it makes
agree.
me feel good.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that'll make the buyer feel good. So yeah, our second bedroom here, and then if we get in, we have a full laundry room, and we have double sinks even in the guest bathroom.
Oh, that's nice.
And the taller ceilings, you know, allow us to go full height, you know, all the way up with the shower tile, and it feels good. We're the Luminent company, so we like to bring in light. So we got the skylights in here. We're bringing in a lot of natural light. The other thing that we really like about this plan is these are huge windows. So
Yes.
we have a lot of natural light coming in here. These big oversized windows, and that was something really important to me. I mean, I know you're getting into development, but probably the coolest part about it is you get to take like your vision and what you like about these houses, and then put them into reality. Like actually like build them and develop them, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool because I feel like a lot of the builders these days, like they're just building boxes, you know, especially these spec houses. If they're going to sell them, it's different if it's a custom home, but if they're selling them, they're trying to build these the most like inexpensive way possible.
Efficient way
and
possible.
This is not inexpensive to put this size of a window.
Yeah.
It's much cheaper to put drywall and you know, siding on this side, on half of this area right here. But I mean, you want a bunch of light coming in here, and just makes these houses feel good. Like this bedroom again is not huge, but it feels really nice. We have 10-foot ceilings, a bunch of light coming in, and that's important to me.
Yeah.
So we
Nice.
get to put it into effect. Yeah, here's the primary bathroom. Again, you don't find this size of bathroom in this area at this price point. We have a full freestanding tub in here and a walk-in, you know, corner shower. So pretty nice layout. This is, I mean, huge vanity, double sinks here. Turned out really nice. So,
Yeah.
And again, we got some light because we're the Luminent company, right?
Okay, so you've said this a couple times. So Luminent, where'd you come up with this name? I mean, like, what's the origin story?
Yeah, so my partner, Jason Sue, We've been together about 3 years, and we started doing just a little flip together, converted into, we took a little bungalow, we converted into a duplex,
Great.
and we got a rental out of it. And we're like, cool, that's great, let's do it again. And we did another one, and then it was after that second one, we're like, let's create a partnership. We have just this one LLC, we're putting multiple properties in there, and that's kind of where Luminent was born. I should say, we have our main company. Luminent is the brand. Obviously, we have our shell company and keep everything tucked underneath there. But Luminent is our brand, and so Jason just started asking, like, what do you like? What's important to you? And we're talking about what we want to bring to the market and all that. And I think I don't know if it was ChatGPT, because I don't think it was out there, but it was another program where we just started typing in like development this and that, and it spit out a bunch of names.
That's awesome.
Bringing in like a lot of like natural light, and also just like revitalizing the neighborhoods, and which is what we do, is all infill stuff. So we're really just super hyper focused into these inner cores of Portland. Know the streets, grew up here, and know these streets really well. And I think that's one advantage that you can have to doing development is like knowing these blocks, because we're on Duke. And if you go like a block, 2 blocks over that way, you're on Flavel, and that's a different ball game than it is over here. And somebody that's looking on a map they don't really see that. So, anyways, we like doing the infill stuff in these neighborhoods. But Luminent was born, and Jason at the time was working for Nike, senior director at Nike, so had a super solid, real good career that his wife felt really good about. and he quit. Like, and things are getting so busy with us that I was like, hey, it's time to go, man.
Yeah, let's roll.
Shit or get off the pot, man.
That's awesome.
So he did, and then the market kind of like tanked, right? Yeah. So he quit a year ago. A little over a year ago, and the market went down, and it was kind of a tough first year for Jason being on his own, but he hung in there, and now things are looking really optimistic, and we're looking forward to 24 for sure.
Yeah.
So
Love
anyways,
it.
got
Sweet.
it. Yeah,
let's go check out the ADU.
You bet.
All right.
Well, 41.
And we got another 5 minutes to get you out of here, right? Or do you need to go now?
It's okay.
If you need to go now, I can finish the tour.
No, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go through this last one quick then.
Let's see if hopefully it's open here.
This is really good, Dustin.
Yeah, cool. Fun stuff. I enjoy it. Another thing to point out here is we look for these corner lots. So because when you're dividing these up, you want street frontage. Yeah, we've got one of these units that's kind of tucked in the corner, and they just don't do well. It doesn't feel like a house. But if you can get all of these street facing, people they feel like a real detached home. Yeah. And the other thing that comes with that is parking. So we're getting very creative. Like, these are not technically parking spots. They're not on the plan as like a parking spot, but we have alley access here, and that somebody's going to be able to park there, somebody's going to be able to park here, somebody's going to be able to park there. So parking is super critical. Yeah. And so we're looking for those little things. Okay, we know, hey, these have this house has an alley, so and it has a big backyard. So now we can utilize those. So if you have a big backyard and you have no access to it, like, not on the table for development. So, well,
you've got access on 3 sides of the lot because of how you structured this.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes total sense.
So that makes this a lot more valuable than this thing being landlocked, right?
Yep.
So let's see if is there. Nope, keys are. I'll have to go grab the keys. Probably. Okay. Give me a second here. Or let's see if there's.
Or there might be another one that's open.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Wait here so we don't get all muddy.
Nope. Any of these open?
No, that guy, you got it.
He's got all the keys. Oh, okay. Oh, this one's open from here, so I'll go around the front and open it up. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm really liking how this is flowing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And this can get it put into vertical format too?
Yes.
Should be able to?
It should be. You probably won't see the space as much.
Okay, cool.
Especially for clips, it'd be great.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So yeah, so this is one of the ADUs. That's the main house on this one lot, and then this is the ADU, and then we divide them off, sell it off individually. And so we have just an 800 square foot unit here. And we built a few of these, and we've sold a few of them. And we kind of figured out what people like and what they don't like. And a lot of times, in order to get these on, a 5,000 square foot lot, you have to build, you're trying to get 2 of them in a backyard or something like that. So you'll see a lot of these that are very skinny. Yeah. And but people don't like that narrow, living. So this one's a 21 feet wide by 20 feet long. And it feels just a little bit better than this skinny bowling alley type of
townhome, right?
ADU.
Those row townhomes is usually what you see.
So exactly. So people don't like them. So we're trying to go with a little bit more of a square floor plan, and that's how we ended up with this one. So we've built a few that are very similar to this, and they do well. So this, it's a tight spot, but I mean, the average household size has changed dramatically in the last 20 years. So we're down to 2.1 now versus 3. And so a lot of people are living
smaller spaces,
minimalistic. So right. So yeah, just living area. We have a decent. That's a good size island. I would say that's the same size of island that's in those houses over there. Yeah. So we got a decent size island. And I guess we mentioned, apologize that we're under construction here. So we got some missing cabinets. I would say we're 98% complete here. Yeah. So we got some trash. We do have a sink. I thought the sink was missing there.
Construction site. This is a real construction site.
It's a real construction site. I think we got a drywaller working up here. But let's go upstairs and check it out. We might want to take their. Yeah. I think we're muddy. I think got kind of muddy at this point.
Yeah. You tell us when you're ready.
Yeah, ready when you are. So we're just doing our final drywall touch-ups, going through and
awesome.
Fixing all the little things that were problematic, all the holes, getting all patched up.
Nice.
Yeah, this carpet is, decent sized bedrooms. It's funny, that's one thing we've learned too. It's you can make these bedrooms, they're always a little tight, but we've kind of found our line. Mm-hmm. And it's anything under 10 feet, 10 feet wide and 10 feet long. If you're going into the 9s and the 8s, and sometimes, when we're laying things out, the bedroom ends up being a little smaller, but we've hey, that doesn't work. So, especially if it's the only option. If it's a second bedroom, that's fine. But anybody that's going to spend $500,000, they don't want a 9-foot bedroom to sleep in. So that's kind of our line that we're let's scratch this plan. Let's do something a little bit different. So we've got these 10 by 10s in here.
And then you do these open closets here. I noticed as well.
Right. I mean, that's something I do in a lot of remodels too.
Yeah.
A lot of these remodels have these closets and these big walk-in closets, and I just open them up. Yeah. And we'll either put just some stuff back there, or we'll put just a little cabinet back there or something like that. But I like open these up because there's so much space up in the top area that just doesn't get utilized. And agreed. So and it just feels so much better too. And keep your shit clean. So keep your shit organized. So right. So just one full bathroom up here. Pretty basic stuff. Quartz countertops and shower niche, and these floating vanities. I guess floating vanities in there, quartz countertops, and I think the design turned out pretty good for what it is. Not bad, right?
Oh yeah.
So there we go. Yeah.
Nice, man. These are solid ADUs.
It's not bad, yeah. It works.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up today. Thanks for coming on the tour with Dustin and I. Really stoked to meet you, Dustin.
Yeah,
excited
likewise.
to see this awesome project you're doing, man.
Yeah.
And stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more content coming out from me walking with just as, hopefully, as cool as people as Dustin, talking about projects here locally. And Dustin, I know you wanted to say a couple things to wrap here.
Yeah, we're excited about this whole residential infill project, House Bill 2001. There's some really exciting things going on in Portland, and the gates are just opened up as far as like what you can do and what you can build, what you can develop on these lots. It's a total game changer of where it was 3 years ago. And so a couple things with this project, we're just getting ready to list it, and we're gonna have a brokers open. We're gonna have a big badass brokers open. Gonna invite a bunch of people to come here. We're gonna talk about what these things are. There's so many questions of like, how does this work? Who owns what? What does the HOA pay for? And what I'm finding is a lot of the agents that are acting in the transactions, that are bringing their buyers in and buying these, are ones that have done it before. And so to me, that shows that once the agents figure out what this is, then they feel comfortable with it. And for the agents that don't know what it is and don't understand, oh, I don't want a condo. You don't want a condo, then they don't participate in these types of transactions. So we want to let people know about that. We're gonna have a big brokers open. The other thing is we're starting a cottage club, and it's for entrepreneurs, investors, developers, young investors that want to come in and learn about that. We're going to host here at this site, and we're going to start hosting at the other sites throughout the year. And we're going to put on a little session and talk about what this is and awesome. how to do it, and next steps and stuff. People that want to get into it, because there's a tremendous opportunity from somebody that wants to put a little rental in their backyard, or somebody that wants to go and develop Portland. So yeah, and we're excited about it. You bet. Cool.
Let me know when that starts, and I'll make sure to shoot it out to people as well.
You will, for sure. No.
Awesome.
My friend.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.